So forced rerouting. Forced rerouting procedure. This procedure is invoked by a message called TFP. Okay, that means the transfer prohibited message. So let's suppose there are three point codes. Okay, point code A, point code B, and point code C. Okay, and there is a link between A to B, B to C, and A to C. So if this link goes out of service, then this transfer prohibited message is received, let's say at point code A. This TFP message results into changeover from this link to this link. Okay, and similarly the same message over here, it results into changeover procedure from this link to this link. So in this way, the route which has become inaccessible, so basically the AB route has become inaccessible, but now B is reachable via C point. Okay, so route between A to B will become A, C, B via. Okay, so this change in route, it will happen by the transfer prohibited message. Okay, so that's basically a changeover that is happening because of this message, the transfer prohibited message. That's called the forced rerouting procedure. And similar to this is a controlled rerouting message, which is basically used for controlled rerouting message, this rerouting procedure. This procedure is invoked to do the change back procedure. Okay, it is exactly the reverse of it. So let's suppose there are three point codes A, B, and C, and the traffic between A to B has been going via A, C, and B. Okay, so this was basically unavailable, and the traffic was going via A, C, and B. Okay, now when this TFR message is received, okay, then it results into the change back from this link to this link, and here also the change back from the CB link to the normal direct link. Okay, so change from ACB to AB, it happens because of the transfer restricted message, or we call it transfer allowed message. And these two messages are important from the MTP restart point of view. Okay, so let me explain the MTP restart process. MTP restart process. So let's suppose there are a couple of SS7 entities. Okay, and suddenly one more entity comes up, which was, let's say, out of service, and now this new entity that is this one E, which has come up, it doesn't know the routes and which all links are available, which are not available, because it has some stale information about all the links. So it has to regain all the route related, all the link related information from the network. So for this process, it sends the TRA message to each and every link connected to it. Okay, so it sends TRA to all the signaling points that it is connected to. Okay, and in response to TRA, each and every node will perform either transfer prohibited message, or it will perform either transfer allowed restricted message. Okay, so these two processes are actually adjunct to this TRA, the MTP restart process, which is a way in which a new entity is added into the SS7 network. So when the new entity E is added, it basically sends the broadcast message TRA to each and every node that it is connected to, and every adjacent node will either respond with transfer prohibited for the force rerouting, or it will do the transfer restricted message for the controlled rerouting to make the link either available or unavailable based on the current state of that particular network. So you saw the force rerouting, the controlled rerouting, how it is used in conjunction with the MTP restart process. Okay, so that's the crux of this MTP restart and the force rerouting message. Now we'll look into the format of this message. Okay, the format of TRA. Okay, so there is MTP2 layer stuff like CRC and FSN, BSN, and all those things. So that I'm not going into detail. Basically, the other MTP2 parameters. Okay, and this is the main core part of MTP3 payload. So let us get into detail of this thing. So it has a 4-bit of H1, 4-bit of H0, and then the routing label, and then the service information of it. Okay. H1 and H0 is basically the parameters. You can say the header to identify the type of message. H0 is for TRA is 0111, and H1 is 0001. Okay, and the routing label and signaling, the service information, they are pretty standard part of MTP3. So this will identify the user part corresponding to it. Here it is don't care, no use. The routing label is standard, which contains OPC, DPC, and the link set information. Okay, so that's the standard part of MTP3 layer message that we have seen in other messages also. Okay, so H1 and H0 is the main information identifying the TRA message. Okay, so that's all about it.